Hello friends, my name is N.S.Syama Prasad, and we had a class earlier that was on 73rd and 74th amendments, and this is a continuation of that class. We will now discuss what are the important features of 73rd and 74th amendments. Hope you remember 73rd amendments is dealing with Panchayat Raj institutions, and 74th is dealing with municipalities and corporations. That's why two amendments have been passed. And in the last class we have mentioned April 24th is celebrated as Panchayat Day, and we have also mentioned Balbhadra Mehta was a support of three-tier system, three levels of Panchayat administration: village Panchayat, block Panchayat and district Panchayat. Now we shall discuss important features of 73rd and 74th. First of all, we shall discuss what are the common features. 73rd and 74th amendments have certain common features. And we know the uniform standards can be prescribed by the central government by amendment, but law can be made only by the state government. So 73rd and 74th were passed and sent to the states, and state enacted necessary laws giving powers to the Panchayat Raj institution. So first important feature, common feature of 73rd and 74th amendment is that in every Panchayat Raj institution, minimum reservation for women. There should be 33.3% reservation for women. That is compulsory. So in every state you can see in the Panchayat bodies, minimum reservation for women is 33.3%. That is 1/3 of the seats should be reserved for women. And the seats means member of the Panchayat, Panchayat President, Panchayat Vice President. So if it is corporation, members of the councillors, then Deputy Mayor, Mayor's post, Standing Committee Chairman. In all these, minimum 33.3% seats should be reserved for women. That is compulsory. But we have another rule. Maximum reservation can be 50%. And central government has, Supreme Court has made a very important distinction that reservation should not exceed 50%. So if a state government wants, the state government can give 50% reservation, up to 50% reservation. So you know in Kerala, we are giving 50% reservation for women in all Panchayat Raj municipalities, institutions, Panchayat Raj institutions, municipalities, etc. So in Kerala, you know, if there are 100 seats, 100 wards in a municipal corporation, 50 wards will be reserved for women. So maximum is 50%. And that is a very important feature of Panchayat Raj system, municipal corporation, 73rd and 74th amendment. Next important feature is minimum age to hold office in a Panchayat body, Panchayat Raj institution is 21. 21 is the minimum age. We know voting age is 18, and to become mayor of a city corporation, to become Panchayat president, or to become member of the Panchayat, now the minimum age is only 21. At the age of 21, you can be the mayor of a city corporation. And you know, to become the chief minister, the minimum age is 25. But to become the Panchayat president, minimum age is only 21. That is a new feature, novel feature of 73rd and 74th amendment. Next important feature, SC and ST should be given reservation. 73rd and 74th amendments provide that SC and ST should be given reservation on the basis of their population. On the basis of their population, in every Panchayat, in every municipality, in every corporation, SC and ST should be given reservation. That is another common feature of 73rd and 74th amendment. Next common feature of 73rd and 74th amendment. The Constitution provides now that there must be an independent state election commission. In every state there must be an independent state election commission. You know, there is a central election commission created by Article 324. And Central Election Commission conducts election to the office of the President, Vice President, Parliament, state legislatures. And there must be a State Election Commission that is in charge of holding election to Panchayat Raj institutions, municipalities, etc. So in every state, there must be a State Election Commission. And this Election Commission should be independent. The Election Commissioner will be appointed by the Governor, normally for a period of 5 years. So independence is well protected like that of the Central Election Commissioner, Chief Election Commissioner of India. And you know, a State Election Commissioner is appointed by the Governor, normally for a period of 5 years, but he cannot be removed by the Governor. He can be removed only by the President of India. In the same manner and on the same grounds as that of the removal of a judge of the High Court. That shows the State Election Commission can function independently, free from the control of the state government, and government has no power to state government has no power to remove him. He can be removed only the president, and the whole process of impeachment should be followed. Then only the State Election Commission can be removed. That makes this Election Commission an independent body. And this Election Commission has a very important duty. It must see that election is held once in 5 years. Every 5 years there must be election. And you must remember, the term of the Panchayat body, municipalities cannot be extended. 5 years period is over, this will be dissolved. That cannot continue for any length of time. Even governor has no power to extend the term of Panchayat bodies. Even if elections are not held, that time cannot be extended. So it is compulsory that the term will be only 5 years. And the Election Commission should see that every 5 years they hold an election. And suppose the term of a Panchayat body expires on October 2nd, 2025, election is not held. Then all these bodies will be dissolved. And they will be put under the charge of administrators. For example, Trivandrum City Corporation is dissolved, the charge will be given to the district collector or somebody, and until fresh elections are held, there will be the rule of administrator. The term cannot be extended. And another important thing is, there are two terms. One, by-election. We have a rule that by-election should be held within 6 months. By-election means, for example, a councillor resigns, a councillor dies, or a councillor is removed. There is a vacancy. And if such a vacancy arises, election must be held within 6 months. Maximum time limit is 6 months. A MLA resigns or MP resigns, within 6 months by-election to be held. That is known as by-election. And sometimes it may happen, the whole Panchayat body may be dissolved. For example, after 2 years, let us say, a Panchayat body is dissolved or a municipal corporation is dissolved. Then within 6 months, fresh elections should be held. And when fresh elections are held within 6 months, this body can continue only for the remaining period. It cannot continue for a 5-year period. We know, suppose an assembly is dissolved and elections are held, a new assembly is constituted, it is for 5 years. It can continue for 5 years. Lok Sabha is dissolved and a mid-term body is held, and the new Lok Sabha can continue for 5 years. But Panchayat body, the rule is that if it is dissolved earlier, if a mid-term body is held, this body can continue only for the remaining period of time, because throughout the state there must be election once in 5 years. That's a very important feature of 73rd and 34th Amendments. Independent Election Commission. Formerly, before this came into existence, in many states, the terms of the Panchayat bodies were simply extended by the government, and proper elections were not held in once in 5 years, 10 years, etc. Sometimes they continued for a long time, and there was an interesting statement, once a member of Panchayat, always a member of Panchayat. Now it is not possible. There must be election once in 5 years. That is compulsory. Next important feature, there must be a State Finance Commission. We know there is a Central Finance Commission appointed by the President as per Article 280. Similarly, in every state, the governor should appoint a State Finance Commission. And the State Finance Commission should suggest how much grant to the state should be given, how can the state increase its income. These are recommended by the State Finance Commission. So these are common features of 73rd and 34th Amendment. Now we shall discuss a special feature of 73rd Amendment. 73rd Amendment provides for Gram Sabhas, meeting of Gram Sabhas. You might have heard about Gram Sabha. In every village panchayat, Gram Sabha meeting should be held once in 3 months or once in 4 months, once in 6 months as per law. That is compulsory. Gram Sabha meeting means all the voters of a ward, they will assemble together at a particular place. And the convener of the Gram Sabha will be the member of that ward. And it is a duty of the member to convene the meeting, and electorate, both the voters can attend the meeting and they can make suggestions. So it is almost like a direct democracy. The voters come there, the electors come there, they can have discussion with the Panchayat authorities. Panchayat President will also be there, Panchayat Secretary will also be there, and they can also decide what program should be given priority. So they may have a lot of programs, and the Grama Sabha will suggest which program should be given priority. And the Grama Sabha meeting also will prepare a list of beneficiaries of various schemes. We know Panchayat has a lot of programs for the benefit of the people, and who should be the beneficiary, that will be normally decided by the Grama Sabha meeting. For example, Panchayat body is going to construct a building, houses for the poor people. So the people of the ward, they will suggest these, they are the eligible people, they deserve, so they must be given these, they must be given these facilities. So list of beneficiaries will also be prepared by the Grama Sabha meeting. So Grama Sabha is a very important feature of 73rd amendment, and that is only in village panchayats. And you know, if the meeting is not convened as per law, the member can be disqualified by the election commission. For example, suppose we say the meeting should be held 4 times in a year, and the member is not convening the meeting, he can be removed by the state election commissioner. Similarly, state election commissioner has a power. If members defect, they can be disqualified by the election commission. We know in Lok Sabha a member defects, he can be disqualified by the speaker. In the Rajya Sabha a member defects, he can be disqualified by the Vice President of India, who is the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. But in all Panchayat bodies, municipalities, if a member defects, he crosses the floor, he can be disqualified by the State Election Commission. So State Election Commission is also very powerful. Now, we shall discuss a special feature of 74th Amendment. 74th Amendment has a special feature. It provides for District Planning Committee. 74th Amendment provides that there should be a district planning committee. District planning committee means for the development of district, the planning committee will make proposal. District planning committee is provided by the 74th Amendment. And you must see, some areas, some cities are designated as metropolitan cities. Some cities, big cities can be designated as metropolitan cities. We know Bombay is a metropolitan city, Calcutta is a metropolitan city. In Kerala, there is no metropolitan city. Even though we say metro system, etc., but there is no metropolitan city. So when the law was passed, the law provided, if the population of a city is more than 10 lakhs, it can be designated as a metropolitan city. And the rule is that in metropolitan cities, there shall be a metropolitan planning committee. There shall be a metropolitan planning committee. So 2 committees are provided. In every district there must be a district planning committee, and in metropolitan areas there must be a metropolitan planning committee. And some days questions are asked. You are given 4 planning bodies, and you have to say among these 4 planning bodies which are council bodies and which are non-council bodies. For example, district planning committee, metropolitan planning committee, then Niti Ayog, then National Development Council. 4 planning bodies, names of 4 planning bodies are given: District Planning Committee, Metropolitan Planning Committee, Niti Ayog, and National Development Council. And you will be asked a question, among these which are council bodies? Always remember, the 2 higher bodies, Niti Ayog and NDC, are non-statutory bodies, not created by any law. They are created by simply orders of the government, non-statutory bodies. And the planning bodies at the lower level, District Planning Committee and Metropolitan Planning Committee, are constitutional bodies. You should remember, sometimes question can be asked like this. So these are important features of these 2 amendments. Hope it is clear. If you have any doubt, you can clear your doubts through our phone, or you may write these things in the comment box. I shall give the answer. And if you like this video, subscribe to this and share it.